Hi all, welcome to the class Indian Polity for UPSC Civil Service Examination based on Lakshmikanth. This video deals with the chapter 2 of Lakshmikanth, that is the making of constitution. It was in 1934 the idea of Constituent Assembly was put forward by M.N. Roy, and in 1938 Jawaharlal Nehru declared that the Constitution of Free India must be framed without outside interference. The demand was finally accepted by the British government in August of 1940. In 1942, Stafford Cripps, member of the cabinet, came to India with a draft proposal of the British government for framing independent constitution. The Cripps proposals were rejected by the Muslim League, which wanted India to be divided into two autonomous states with two separate constituent assemblies. Finally, cabinet mission was sent to India. It rejected the idea of two constituent assemblies, but it put forth a scheme for constituent assembly which more or less satisfied the Muslim League. Composition of the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly was constituted in November 1946 under the scheme formulated by Cabinet Mission Plan. The Constituent Assembly was a partially elected, partially nominated body. Total strength was 389. 296 were allotted to British India and 93 to princely states. Each province were allotted seats in proportion to their population. Seats allotted to British province were divided among three principal communities: Muslims, Sikhs and General. The representatives were to be elected by the members of that community in the provincial legislative assembly, and voting was done by the method of proportional representation by single transferable vote. Representatives were nominated by the head of the princely states. Working of the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly held its first meeting on December 9, 1946. Muslim League boycotted the meeting, insisted on a separate state of Pakistan. Meeting was attended by only 211 members. Dr. Sachidananda Sinha, the oldest member, was elected as a temporary president, and later Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the permanent president of the assembly. H.C. Mukherjee and V.T. Krishnamachari were elected as vice president of the assembly. Objective resolution. On December 13, 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru moved objective resolution. It laid down the fundamentals and philosophy of the constitutional structure. Resolution was adopted by the Assembly on January 22, 1947. It influenced the shaping of the Constitution through all its subsequent stages, and its modified version became the preamble of the Constitution. Changes made by Indian Independence Act. The representatives of the princely states who had stayed away from the Constituent Assembly gradually joined it. Members of the Muslim League from Indian Dominion also entered the Assembly. Assembly was made a sovereign body which could frame any constitution it pleased. Assembly also became a legislative body. Muslim League members withdraw from the areas included in the Pakistan withdraw from the Constituent Assembly. It also performed the following function. It ratified India's membership to the Commonwealth in May 1949, adopted the national flag on July 22, 1947, adopted national anthem on January 24, 1950, adopted national song on January 24, 1950, elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the first president of the India on January 24, 1950, and it takes 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to form the constitution, and the amount required to make the constitution is 64 lakhs. Committees of the Constituent Assembly. There are several committees that is constituted for aiding the formation of constitution. There are 8 major committees and several minor committees. The major committees are, and its chairmans are: Union Powers Committee, Chairman is Jawaharlal Nehru; Union Constitution Committee, Chairman is Jawaharlal Nehru; Provincial Constitution Committee, headed by Sardar Patel; Drafting Committee, head is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar; Advisory Committee on Fundamental Rights, Minorities and Tribal Excluded Areas, Sardar Patel; Rules of Procedure, Dr. Rajendra Prasad; State Committee, Jawaharlal Nehru. Steering Committee, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Union Powers Committee, Head is Jawaharlal Nehru. Union Constitution Committee, Head is Jawaharlal Nehru. Provincial Constitution Committee by Sardar Patel. Drafting Committee by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Advisory Committee on Fundamental Rights, Minorities, Tribal and Excluded Areas, Sardar Patel. Rules of Procedure, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. State Committee, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Steering Committee, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Drafting Committee. Among all the committees, the most important committee was the Drafting Committee, and it was set up on August 29, 1947. And this committee was entrusted with the task of preparing draft of new constitution. Its members were the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the chairman, N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. K. M. Munshi, Syed Mohammad Sadullah, N. Madhavarao, and T.T. Krishnamajari. Once more, the members were Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the chairman, N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. K. M. Munshi, Syed Mohammad Sadullah, N. Madhavarao, and T.T. Krishnamajari. Enactment of the Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar introduced the final draft of the Constitution on November 4, 1948. Second reading was started on November 15, 1948, and the third reading was started on November 14, 1949. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar moved a motion the Constitution as settled by the Assembly be passed, and declared the Assembly draft to be passed on November 26, 1949. Out of 299 members, 284 were actually present. The Constitution as adopted on November 26 contained a preamble, 395 articles, and 8 schedules. Criticism for the Constituent Assembly. It is not a representative body, that is, the members are not selected based on adult franchisee. It is not a sovereign body. It took long time to frame the Constitution. It is dominated by Congress people, lawyer politician domination, and dominated by Hindus. These are the criticisms various critics raised after framing the Constitution. And important facts about the Constituent Assembly. Elephant was adopted as the symbol of the Constituent Assembly. Sir B.N. Rao was appointed as a Constituent Advisor. H.V.R. Iyengar was the Secretary. S.N. Mukherjee was the Chief Draftman. Prem Bihari Narayan Rai Sada was the calligrapher. Original version was decorated and beautified with the artists from Shantiniketan, including Nandalal Bose and Ram Manohar Sinha. B.O.R. Ram Manohar Sinha illuminated and beautified the preamble. The calligraphy of Hindi version was done by Vasant Krishnan Vaidya. That is all for chapter 2. In the next lesson, I will come with chapter 3. Till then, thank you. If you like my lesson, kindly follow it, subscribe it, like it, review it, share it with your friends. Thank you.